boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome now to the amazing 3 Lindisfarne Drive here in the amazing Burwood East. By way of introduction, G-Chan is my name. The team of Ray White Burwood, the absolute A-team of Burwood East. We're at your service every step of the way. If you've got any questions regarding this property at all, just make yourself known and reach out to one of our agents here today. And ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team of Ray White Burwood, we would like to thank our vendors very, very much for entrusting Ray White Burwood to sell their most beloved family home. And to you, the lucky buyer, I would like to say congratulations in advance. All the best luck with your bidding endeavours here today. And folks, the property we're selling today is formerly known as, let's figure the title reference volume 08603, folio 897, with all the improvements, also known better to you and myself, the mailman, as the one and only 3 Lindisfarne Drive here in the beating heart of Burwood East. Today's auction, ladies and gentlemen, will be conducted in accordance with the rules, and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it does provide a fine for such a conduct. The auction rules permit vendor bids. The words they'll use to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are simply vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, can place a vendor bid. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate bidders on request, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the auction rules prohibits an auctioneer from accepting a bidder at offer after the property's been knocked down like so to the successful bidder. So once the property goes selling and sold, the property will be deemed as sold. And I'll take absolutely no late bids at all, ladies and gentlemen, so please be advised that even if you do have more money to offer for this property beyond the point that I've knocked the property down to the successful bidder, I will not be able to take any late bids at all, buyers. So please be advised, bid strong, bid quick, bid loud, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got an upper limit, make sure you reach out and beyond. If you've got only one golden opportunity for this fine piece of real estate for many decades to come, today we'll sign a cash and unconditional contract. There will be no cooling off period and no bias conditions. And the successful purchaser's obligations are simply twofold, nice and easy. Firstly, you pay a humble 10% deposit. And secondly, the remaining balance will be payable at a settlement term. Hans?
30, 60 or 90 days.
Nice and easy, 30, 60 to 90 days. However, if you do have any arrangements regarding any longer or shorter settlement terms prior to the auction starts, as long as you agree, your agreements do still stand, so you can bid with confidence. By bidding here today, ladies and gentlemen, you did have read and understood all the relevant documentations on display in the past 4 weeks and 30 minutes time, and I'll simply take your silence as an all clear, and we're all good to go. If you've got any questions, I'll send one of our agents to help you out. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's take a look at your future home. 3 Lindisfarne Drive here in the beating heart of Burwood East. This is the rarest product in the marketplace. I'll talk a little bit about the land again, just if you have forgotten. We are 20.6 meters, very wide frontage with very flat land, slightly elevated, and plus there are no big trees, absolutely no trees at all on this block of land. So basically, if you like to do something like your next door neighbors, to build some luxury mansions or even do a side-by-side townhomes, you can do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's 100% certain. And also, buyers, if you like to leave the property unchanged or do some renovations, extensions, go upstairs, go backwards, come forward, subject to the council approval, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can unleash your imagination here. And we got a very nice, humble, but practical floor plan here. We got 3 generous bedrooms. We got the lounge room, the oversized 20, 30 square meter lounge room with bay windows. We got the master bedroom. We got the bathrooms and separate toilet and the laundry going all the way to the backyard. Very flat backyard, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Not a slightly updated kitchen service by the meals area, plus 2 garden sheds. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a nice carport in front by it, so it's very nice and secure, and it's a great neighborhood to be into, ladies and gentlemen. So every single time when we sold a property in this area, we rarely get to resell them because once you move around here, you will never, ever want to move out. And also, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit about the location. We're right in the center of Burwood East. This is probably the most sought after location that Burwood East has to offer you. We got the Kmart, Burwood One Shopping Centre within walking distance. You do not have to drive. The parks and amenities, and also the public transport, the buses, the trams, and also the future Burwood station is being constructed right now along Burwood Highway. So ladies and gentlemen, this area is on the rise. So that's why we see Burwood is to be very sturdy. Last year we sold a property on Garrett's Drive for more than $1.35 million. And I'm pretty sure that they are looking to unleash their imagination to start off their big plans as well, buyers. And also with property stock getting lower and lower because this is such a tightly held location. It's very, very hard to get into the market to purchase something like this again in the marketplace. And also buyers, if we go out a little bit, we have the West Turner, we have the Box Hill Central, we have the Forest Hill Chase, we have even Cheston, it's not too far away from here. We have the Blackburn Station, Blackburn Lakes, we have the Mount Waverley, Glen Waverley, it's not too far away from here. The Glen Waverley line, the Liddell line, it's all at your doorstep, buyers. This is the geographical centre of metropolitan Melbourne, and this location is just simply perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, the interest rate has come down, properties will come up. We are now entering into a new cycle of real estate. I've heard people telling me how they regret it not purchasing back in 2018, 2020, 2022. And ladies and gentlemen, this is probably your last opportunity to get in before it's too late, buyers. You've seen the property on many occasions. I'm pretty sure that Heinz and Winston and Neil have served you the course of the campaign, and our mission here today is very, very simple. It's to help you find out who will be the next owner of this amazing 3 Lindisfarne Drive in Burwood East for many decades to come. Enough said on my end, ladies and gentlemen. What was that again?
$1 million.
$1 million. Thank you. Welcome now to the auction. $1 million. We've got a bottle of wine for you. $1 million. A humble start. A humble start. But you're still $1 million ahead of everyone. Have $1 million. I'm looking for $1,050,000. Who would like to buy for $1,050,000? Would you like to buy for $1,050,000? Don't wait. What are you waiting for? Let's go for $1,050,000. Yeah. Have a look first. You have already looked for probably a few times. At $1 million. At $1 million now to call 3 times. I'm not afraid of passing or place a vendor bid. What's now? $1 million.
$1,050,000.
$1,050,000. Thank you from your competitor. $1,050,000. 1.1. How about
1.1.
$1,100,000. Back at you now. Same opportunities. $1,100,000. Now looking for $1,150,000 if you like. $1,100,000. Looking for 12 months now. Secure this opportunity. Make it yours at $1,100,000. Looking for $1,150,000 if you like. At $1,100,000. What is the bid, Alan? What is the bid? $1,050,000. 1.150,000. At $1,150,000 now.
1.2.
$1,200,000. Ben, good bid. At $1.2 million. At $1,200,000. Maybe a very quick auction. We don't know. Let's find out together. What is that bid? Any bids from that side? No. At $1,200,000. At $1,200,000. I call 3 times. What's now? 1.2.
10,000.
10. How about another 10?
Yeah.
And 10. And 10.
1.22.
1,220,000. Thank you for calling it out loud and clear. $1,220,000. Back at you now. 10,000. How about it, Alan? Have 1.2 and 20. Have $1,220,000. Have $1,220,000. Is it time yet, guys?
Another 10.
Another 10,000 at 30. Looks like you're completing
Another
to
10.
make their move. $1,240,000. Have $1,240,000. How about 1.25? Need to know on the market, ladies and gentlemen. We are playing for keeps at $1,240,000. Today we will be selling and selling away at $1,250,000. Heat is up. Have $1,250,000. 55. How about make it strong to stay at $10,000 increment at this stage to give me a 1.26? How about it? Would you like to go for 10,000 instead of 5? Would you like to still go for 10,000? No? 5? 55. We're at 55. We're at 55. Back at you. How about 5,000? Have 1,255,000. Have 1,255,000 now. Have 1.2 and 60,000. I should think so. 1.2 and 65,000 naturally. And 1.2 and 65. At 1.2 and 65,000. At 1,265,000. I just readjust the camera a little bit. At 1.2 and $65,000. At 1,265,000. A call 3 times and I'll sell. What's now? 60. Let's go for 5,000, sir, to make it stronger. Is that 66? 66 only. At 1.2 and 66. Can someone run me up to 70, please? Have $1,266,000. Have $1,266,000 now, Winston. Would you like to go for another $4,000 to round up to 1.2 and 70? 1,000 only. 1,000 only. Is that right? You don't want to chip back into shorter increments to show your strength. Another 1,067. Has 67. If you'd like to go for 1,000, 1.2 and 70,000 from here. Welcome to you, waiting for the right opportunity. Now you're pouncing out for the winning. At $1,270,000, nice and cool as a cucumber. I love how you purchase real estate at $1,270,000, not excluding anyone here in the crowd. $1,270,000. The key's now going this way. What's the call? 1.2 and $70,000. Second opportunity. Have $1,270,000 for the third and final call. All done. What was that again?
1.375.
75 and 75. Good bid.
5,000.
5,080. 1.28. 1.28. Have $1,280,000. 5,000 to jump back. Need to know 1.2 and $80,000. Need 85,000 to see you back in. Have $1,280,000. Have $1,280,000. Hans. Any more bids? Hans, need to know. Winston, need to know. $1,280,000. Have 1.28, Alan. Have $1,280,000. What would you like to do? Maybe another $5,000. This could be the last $5,000. You never know. Let's find out together. Have $1,280,000. Is that a bid? Is that a bid? Is that a bid? Need to know. Need to know. At 1.28, end your real estate search. You do not have to look anymore. You do not have to look anymore. At $1,280,000. Please bear with us. We'll be happy to knock it down to you after I make sure there is no more bids left. If I'm selling your property, I'll do the same for you. Thank you very much for your patience. Have $1,280,000. Oh, it looks like they're walking away. You have one
82.
less competitor. What is that again?
82.
82. Thank you. Welcome to you. Have $1,282.
85.
85. 85. We're 85. How about 87?
87.
87, I should think so. How about 90? Oh, right up to 1.3.
1,000.
1,000.
88.
88.
90.
90.
91.
91. 2. Yes. 2. 3.
3.
And 4.
5.
And 5.
95.
Good.
1,000.
And 6. 1.3. Let's go for 1.3. 96. We're 96 now.
1.3.
1,300,000. Good bid. At 1,301,000 now. 1, 3 and 1. 1, 3 and 1. At 1, 3 and 1 now. At $1,301,000.
Another 4,000.
Another 4,000. 5 and 5 and
1,000.
5 and 6 and 6 and 10. How about it? 1,306. 1,306.
10.
And 10. Good bid. And 1, 3 and 10. At 1, 3, and 10. At 1, 3, and 10.
1,000.
11. 15. Need to know. Is that a 15?
15.
15. 18. How about it? We've got 15 here. I will be knocking it down. At 1,315,000.
1,000.
16. 16. 18.
18.
18. And 20.
2,000.
20. 20. 20. 1, 3, and 20. At 1, 3, and 20 now. Kimmy, need to know. $1,000. $500. No? If you can't even jump back with 500, that means you're really, really out. At $1,320,000, I call it down 3 times, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll sell. What's now? 1.3 and $20,000. Twice now. 1.3 and $20,000 for the third and final call. Hold done. Hold finished. Hold silent. Selling. Completely out. No more interest. Thank you. No more interest. 1, 3, 2. Are you out? Confirmations. Out. She says, I'm out. Looks like you've beaten your competition again and again. Congratulations in advance. Out, right? Is that 2,000? Thank you. 1.3 and 22. Just in a nick of time. You're almost missed out at $1,322,000. What's the instructions? Nick 5,000 or 3,000? How about 25? $500?
500.
Make it stronger to defeat your competitors. We're going to get there anyways. We're at 22 now. 25. I recommend 25. I recommend 25. To beat your competitors at $1,322,000. Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. I admire your strategy by winning the auction by just one single bid at 1.3 and $22,000. What's now? Second opportunity, third and final call. Oh, just $500. Just 500. Just 500. Well, still money. I'll take.
1,000. Testing your
23 and 5. 23 and a half. 23 and a half. 1, 3, 23 and a half. 1, 3, 23 and a half. Out. You've been doing great so far. I don't want to miss out by $500 or 1,000. Neil, 100% certain. No more interest. Not even $500. Not even $500. Neil, need to know. It's a quiet street. And it's in a school zone. You don't want to miss out. Try the last $500. No. Out. 100%. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Thank you. At $1,324,000, looks like you've beaten your competition again and again. At 1.3 and 24,000, I called down 3 times. $1,323,500. I called down 3 times and I'll sell. What's now? 1.3 and $23,500. Second opportunity at 1,323,500 for the third and final call. Hold done. Hold finish. Hold silent. Selling. Selling. Once the knockdown, ladies and gentlemen, let's all give a big, big round of applause to our winners for their hard-earned victory of 1.3 and $23,500. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. 3, 2, 1. Welcome home. So, congratulations. Well bought, well bought, well bought. Commiserations to our underbidders. Thank you so much for attending another Ray White Burwood auction. If you're thinking about selling, you go for the #1 agency in the area. We are Ray White Burwood, and we are looking forward to having a conversation with you and tell you how we can maximise the value of your property. Have a lovely weekend. Done.